Hello, my friends. Last month, I shared with you a video talking about the brand Caramel Sundays. Now, they are a brand that is quote unquote new to me. They're not a new brand. They've been around for, I think, about 5 years now. They are a small business located in Monroe, Georgia. They're getting a lot of love in the candle community over on Instagram. They caught my eye a couple of months ago. I started purchasing from them. And overall, you guys, I've actually been pretty happy with most of my purchases. So last month, I, along with my friend Drew Yock, we did a little bit of a collab video where we were sharing with you a little bit more information about this brand. And a couple of you guys said, like, yeah, keep up this series. So they have a February restock happening this weekend. In fact, the restock is happening on Sunday, February 23rd. I had to think about what date it would be. February 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And in today's video, I wanted to share with you what is on my wish list for the February restock. I'm also going to go over very quickly what the offerings are that they will have this time around. And then I'm also going to share with you guys what candles I was able to purchase from my last haul from them, I would say, from the January drop. Spoiler alert, you guys, I was not able to get my hands on everything that was on my wish list. So that just goes to show you that, well, I'm going to talk about it here in just a minute. I started to think, like, maybe I shouldn't have shared, maybe I shouldn't have let this cat out of the bag. So if you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. But let's go ahead and talk about this. So I'm not going to go over in detail, again, how to shop with Caramel Sundays. If you are interested in more details about that, I will have my January video linked at the end of this one, as well as in the description box down below. You can use the code newbie to save 10% off of your purchase. There is also a code that you want to, or a number that you want to text. I don't have it off of the top of my head here right now. I could probably flip the pages, but I'll make sure that I put it across the screen here, as well as in the description box. If you are interested in purchasing from this restock, you will want to sign up for that early access code, because many of you guys found out the last time in January, candles go fast. I mean, really, really fast. I think that last month they were a little bit surprised by how much traffic they had coming, with, I guess, how much interest there were in the candles. I have been told that they are preparing for a few more people this time around, but that's not to say that items still won't sell out very, very fast. It is kind of that Hunger Games style. So here's the thing, you guys, my wish list, I've just learned to hold it pretty loosely. These are the items that I want to get. You will want to make a wish list as well. Don't dilly-dally. Know what you want to purchase. Put it in your cart. A different strategy that I would even suggest, and this is something that I'm going to do, and I'll share with you guys, how I'm going to do this. If there are, like, narrow down what your top 2 candles are, maybe top 3, go in, boom, 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 put those in your cart, check out, and then you can always go back in and get the other fragrances if they're still available. Because if you just try to put one cart together and you're putting in a lot of items, it is more than likely that things are going to start disappearing from your cart, because that's how quickly things were selling out. Now, I know, you guys, that this business model is not for everybody, and that's totally fine if it's not for you. For me, I don't mind it, but again, I'm adopting the mindset that, hey, I may not get everything that's on my wish list, and that's okay for me. I mean, there's always going to be more candles. There's always going to be something else that comes along that will probably strike my fancy. So for the February restock, the candles that are going to be offered are in the 2 wicks. They are going to be offering Capri, Luxe Linen, Iced Carrot Cake, Dark Salt and Coconut, Pineapple Noir, Strawberry Whipped Cream, Pistachio Pecan Pudding, and Banana Cream Pie. In their 3 wicks, they are going to be offering Lemon Pound Cake, Graham Cracker Crust, Something Sweet, Berry Pistachio Cream, Lemon Lavender, Coconut Cookie Dough, Cherry Mousse, Orange Chocolate Truffle. Then they also have a 4-wick, 40-ounce candle. Those fragrances will be, the fragrances offered in that format, there we go, spit it out correctly, Katie, are going to be Berry Pistachio Cream, Coconut Cookie Dough, Luxe Linen, Lemon Lavender, Something Sweet, Graham Cracker Crust, and Pistachio Pecan pudding. I would highly encourage you guys to just go over to the website, check it out. They have everything listed on the website. You're going to see on there that it says sold out. And again, that's because their business model, they restock once, and then if anything's left over, you'll still be able to purchase from it, I think, for like about a week after the restock. But leading up to the restock, they pretty much have the items listed there kind of as a placeholder, but you can click on the items and go through and see all of the fragrance notes to see what would appeal to you. They will still be offering their laundry cleaner, their laundry detergent, which I am a big fan of. You'll see in my haul that I actually purchased 2 of my favorite fragrance from them. And then something new that is coming this time is a 16-ounce cleaner. I believe that these will be $24.99. I failed to mention that the 2-wick and the 3-wick candles those are $31.99 each. Again, you can use the code newbie to save 10%. But that does include shipping on it, you guys. That they don't charge extra for shipping. The price of shipping is built into each one of their candle prices, which I kind of like that. And then the 40-ounce candles are $64.99. But going back to the 16-ounce cleaner, they are going to be offering the fragrances Luxe Linen, Sea Salt, Capri, which is very similar to Capri Blue Volcano. I had to think about that. And then the fragrance Plain Jane, which, if you are familiar with the Diva Wash, that is it's inspired by that. It smells pretty much the same. I love the fragrance Plain Jane. Love, love, love it. Yeah, spoiler alert, I purchased 2 of them in the laundry detergent during the last restock. So let's go ahead and talk about what is on my wish list to purchase this go around. Again, you guys, I may not get everything on my wish list. Last time I made the mistake of trying to build one big cart, and oh my goodness, you guys, I had quite a few things on my wish list. And so by the time I was adding things to cart, and then I would go back, and then I started seeing the number in my cart disappearing, and I was like, oh no. And I didn't get a lemon pound cake. I didn't get the berry pistachio cream. I didn't get the ice cream sandwiches. I was like, oh man, I was really bummed out. So again, that's why my strategy has changed a little bit. But here we go. I created a wish list again, and we'll see what I get this time around. So on my wish list this time is iced carrot cake. You guys all know how much I love carrot cake fragrances. I do love the carrot cake fragrance from Bath and Body Works. I also love the carrot cake fragrance from Kringle. Well, it was in their country format last year, but those of you who are in the Kringle Facebook group, you may have seen teasers, and I will confirm to you, yes, that fragrance carrot cake is returning to Kringle Candle in the 2-wick tumbler this year. So I am very intrigued by Caramel Sunday's take on carrot cake. The fragrance notes listed on the website for this candle are top notes of carrot, spice, mid notes of cream and icing, and base notes of vanilla and baked dough. So of course, you guys, like I said, I love carrot cake fragrances, which is why I am intrigued by it. Another fragrance on my wish list is banana cream pie. Top notes of caramel, coconut, banana. Mid notes of whipped cream, cherry sugar, and baked crust. Whipped cream and cherry sugar. Base notes of baked crust. Did I say that right? I don't think so. You guys, it's a little bit later in the day. My brain, getting a little bit wonky here. So banana cream pie, I am somebody who loves banana fragrances. You've got coconut and banana. Those are kind of 2 of my favorite fragrances to combine for summer fragrances, summer gourmands. So I definitely have my eye on that one. And then I still have my eye on ice cream sandwiches. Top notes of coconut, whipped cream, strawberry ice cream. Mid notes of chocolate chip cookie dough. Base notes of sugar cookie, berries, and vanilla. Now, here's the thing, you guys. I know a lot of you guys, as well as myself, I was really curious to see how this fragrance compares to Kringle's version of ice cream sandwiches, because that was my #1 fragrance from 2024. Of all of the new fragrances that I tried last year, that was it. I loved that candle. I have backups of it. It is a must. It is a must for me. So I was very curious because we see coconut here, but we see the addition of strawberry ice cream and cookie dough. And I'm like, well, this sounds like it might be a little bit different take on ice cream sandwiches. So I do want to have a bit of a comparison. Now, my friend Drew Yock was able to get his hands on the large 4-wick when it was dropped in January, and he has told me, and I'm okay saying this now because he actually just posted a video about his experience, or like what his comparison with caramel sundaes, and what he was saying is that the caramel sundaes one has more of a strawberry ice cream forward note to it, whereas Kringles is a little bit more complex with like a coconut and macadamia. You got a little bit of chocolate in there. So he says that they are two very, very different fragrances, but they are both equally delicious. So I myself kind of want to have that comparison too. So that one is still on my wish list. And then another candle that might surprise you guys to see on my wish list right now is the Dark Salt and Coconut. We have top notes of vanilla, sandalwood, and tonka, mid notes of coconut and cream, and a base note of white chocolate and peach. And it's funny, that one didn't initially catch my eye, but then on Caramel Sundays, they had something pop up in their stories where they were talking about those of you who love coconut fragrances. You're really, really gonna love this one. So I was like, you know what? I am curious about that fragrance. So that is another one that is on my wish list. Now, when it comes to the 3 wicks, I still do have berry pistachio cream on my wish list. Top notes listed are blackberry and blueberry, mid notes of creamy custard, and base note of pistachio and graham cracker. Now, I will be honest with you guys, pistachio fragrances, my window on burning pistachio scents usually closes, I would say, by like no later than the end of March, because for me personally, I associate pistachio fragrances with like January and February when the weather is still a little bit chillier outside. Right now here in Arizona, I'm not saying this to rub it in anybody's face, but like today it's 72 degrees. So I am definitely feeling more like floral, lemon gourmand vibes. I'm definitely in spring candle burning mode. And pistachio to me is more, like I said, of a winter fragrance. However, I do really, really love the way that Caramel Sundays does a pistachio fragrance. And so there is part of me that thinks also with the mixture of a blackberry and blueberry, I'm curious to see how they do that. So we will go from there. And the last item on my wish list is the new cleaner that is coming out. I definitely want to purchase it in the fragrance Plain Jane because I do love that scent so much in my laundry care. I would love to just give it a good try in my kitchen. So that is the other item that is on my wish list. Now, like I said, I've adopted a different strategy to see if I can get all of these products. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to prioritize my top 2 fragrances that I really want to make sure that I get my hands on this time are iced carrot cake and banana cream pie. I keep going back and forth with ice cream sandwiches to see if I want to put that in my, like in the first order, at the risk of carrot cake and banana cream pie selling out. Like honestly, you guys, that's how quickly some of these things went last time. I will tell you, the January restock was insane. And John and Sierra say that the January restock usually is one of their busier ones of the year. However, I think that it being a busy restock for them in general, plus Drew and I kind of brought in some extra foot traffic, as well as their Instagram has grown. I mean, they're getting a lot of attention, not just through he and I, but like through a lot of other people in the candle community. So I think that they had just much more, many more shoppers than they anticipated. I do know that this time they have tried to make more to have more supply available, but like I said earlier, that doesn't mean that things are going to be sticking around. I would anticipate that things are still going to sell out pretty quickly. So my strategy, I think at the time that I'm filming this, my strategy is going to be grab iced carrot cake and banana cream pie. Make sure I get my hands on those, go in, check out. Go back in, and if they still have ice cream sandwiches, dark salt and coconut, and berry pistachio cream available, then I will purchase those. And then I can always go back in and get a cleaner of Plain Jane. I think that's going to be my strategy. We'll see how it ends up playing out. So Those are the items that are on my wish list. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what I was actually able to get my hands on last time. So I was able to purchase 4 candles, and I was able to also get 2 laundry detergents. So spoiler alert right here, you guys already know, I said it earlier, the laundry detergent that I purchased is the fragrance Plain Jane. I love this. It smells like the Diva Wash. Now, I will say, I have a family of 5. I have a husband and 3 children. So I'm not going to use this for all of our laundry. I do a lot of laundry. What I like to use this on, I actually use unscented laundry detergent on our clothing because I personally don't like my clothing to have a fragrance to it just because I enjoy so much personal fragrance. But I do like using this on my sheets and my towels. So this is what I use. I love the fragrance. It is kind of like a, oh, it's kind of earthy, slightly floral. There's almost like an amber note in it. I would say for those of you like in the beauty community, if you really like the fragrance that's in a lot of Colleen Rothschild hair products, it's not the same, but there's like some similarities there. I really, really love this fragrance. So like I said, that's why, oh, it says earthy, fruity, floral, amber. That's kind of the description here. Shake it really, really well before each use. But like I said, the Plain Jane fragrance in the household cleaner is what is on my wish list. All right, there is a candle here that I purchased in a 3-wick that if you follow other content creators, you actually got a little bit of a spoiler alert about one of the candles that I purchased, and I didn't love it, you guys. I mean, that happens to me too. I know it happens to a lot of you guys. So I purchased the candle Oats and Molasses because I know that it was a huge, I think it was Sierra's favorite. I think she said that that was the one she really, really loved. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I can see why a lot of people would love that fragrance. I actually really, really liked it on cold. However, when I started burning it, it bore a lot of similarity to me as Country Candles Praline Buttercream, which if you've been with my channel for any length of time, I didn't love that fragrance. There is something about a brown sugar note. I think I'm starting to think that it's the combination of a brown sugar fragrance, accord, whatever oils they're using. When it mixes with a 100% soy wax, I think that there's something in there that just does not hit my nose right upon burn, and I really didn't love it. So what ended up happening was when I got a PR box from Kringle for their most recent reserve launch, which was very floral heavy, I only liked one fragrance in that, and I decided to ship the rest of them to my fellow Kringle ambassador, Connor, from Connor Loves Candles. But when I burned that Oats and Molasses and I didn't love it, I thought, darn, like who should I pass this on to? I thought, well, hey, I'm already shipping these candles over to Connor. He hasn't tried caramel sundaes yet. And I remembered him liking praline buttercream. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just throw this one in the box and see what he thinks of it. So he was really grateful to receive that. I'm happy to give it a new home to somebody else who now can review the brand, maybe discover the brand, see if they want to like it or like see if they want to purchase from them going forward. And again, I don't feel like it was wasteful. So Oats and Molasses for me, you guys, was not a hit. So other fragrances that were on my wish list though, that I was able to get my hands on, or what were able was able. I don't know. It's too late in the day to worry about grammar. Okay, I did get a 3-wick of toasted pine cone, which was on my wish list, but I had told you guys that this was a fragrance for me that I'm strictly purchasing this to have as a backup because it was one of my favorite fragrances that I discovered in 2024. But this is definitely, for me being a seasonal burner, this is definitely a fragrance that I will not be pulling out until at least the fall. So the fragrance notes on toasted pine cone are pine and vanilla, mid notes of sandalwood, base notes of crisp outdoors and ozone. And I love this one so much for like a fall winter scent. It reminds me of being like in a forest. You pick up a pine cone. They capture like kind of like the woodiness that you would find in a pine cone. Really, really great fragrance. I did have it in the 2-wick. It burned very well for me, was a good performer. So I'm actually really excited to see how it will be performing as a 3-wick in the fall. But this one is just going to go into my collection. Another fragrance that I had my eye on that I was really excited that I was able to grab is Blueberry Pancakes. So the fragrance notes on Blueberry Pancakes are top notes of blueberry, peach, orange zest. mid notes of cinnamon, almond, and coconut, and base note of condensed milk, sugar, and vanilla musk. And I've burned this one once so far. You guys, this is a really good fragrance. The blueberry note in here reminds me very much, if you happen to like the way that Homeworks does blueberry, you're going to like this one. I mean, it's not available anymore, but if it happens to come back again, this is really good. I do actually get some of the kind of like, what is it? Like they say condensed milk, sugar, vanilla musk, but like it's almost like the fluffiness of a pancake in here. I do detect some of that. I could see how there would be orange and peach in here, but those are not the dominant notes. I think that those are kind of like flanker fruity scents around the blueberry. It's very, very well done. I really like it. I've only burned it once, but even on the first burn, the 2-wick was performing quite well out here in my open concept. I would give it probably about a 7, which is pretty consistent, I would say, for a 2-wick candle. Again, very clean burn, but I will make sure to do a dedicated post-burn review on this candle. This is one that will probably be in my burning rotation throughout early March. And I will definitely share my thoughts with you. And then another candle that I kind of went back and forth with, this one being on my wish list. However, it is a fragrance that I heard a lot of people raving about. And I thought, okay, you know what? A lot of people were saying this is one of my favorites from the brand. I'm so glad that you've brought it back. Even though it didn't really like personally, like, I don't want to say it didn't appeal to me, but it just wasn't like my top fragrance like on the wish list. It was still in stock when I was checking out, and I thought, okay, let's go ahead and see what the hype is around this one. So this is Lavender Cupcake. You can see that I've actually burned almost half of it all the way. Fragrance notes on Lavender Cupcake are top notes of bakery cake, mid notes of calming lavender, and base notes of frosting and vanilla. Now, this is really nice, you guys. This, I kept hearing them say that this is not a like spa lavender. This is not smack you in the face lavender. They kept saying this is like 20% lavender and like 80% cake. And I would agree with that. Lavender, yes, is detectable in here. But I also get that like vanilla cake note in here, and it smells really, really good. I'm really enjoying it. That being said, I am going to do my dedicated post-burn review on this one this week for you guys, so you'll want to stay tuned. This is not as strong of a fragrance as some of the other caramel sundaes candles that I have purchased. It's performing well for me, a little bit better in my bedroom than out in the open concept. But again, I'll go into that more so in the dedicated review. I think that is more of a byproduct of the nature of it being kind of like a vanilla cake based fragrance. But still very, very enjoyable. I've actually been pairing it with a lot of the lemon fragrances, the lemon gourmand candles that I have in my collection right now. Been a really, really good combination. So this was the other fragrance that I did purchase in the January restock. So again, you guys, you're going to want to make sure that you text that code. It's candle. I just don't have the number on here but I already flashed it on there, and it's down in the description box. And I did forget to mention this at the very beginning of the video, but I do know that John and Sierra received some inquiries about this, and I made it clear in the last video. Drew did too. I'm making it clear again, you guys. None of these candles are PR. It's not sponsored. We don't have any affiliation with Caramel Sundaes. They don't have any type of programs or anything like that. They are, like I said, a very small business. They're just very grateful that people have kind of started spreading the word about their business, but they do not do sponsorships. They don't do PR. They don't do anything like that. I am simply just sharing about a new brand that I've really been enjoying and supporting, and just passing on that information to all of you, because I have a channel that talks about home fragrance on, here on YouTube. And I thought that it would be a good idea to start incorporating some other brands. So let me know in the comment box down below, did you shop the last Caramel Sundaes launch? Did you find it a little bit overwhelming? I did hear from some of you guys that said like, yeah, I tried it. It's not going to be for me. I was surprised at how quickly things sold out. I've heard from some others of you that said like, yeah, I was able to get my hands on some things, and oh my goodness, I love these particular fragrances. I would love to keep shopping from them. So let me know in the comment box down below if you were able to shop last time, if you were able to purchase any candles. Let me know what you purchased. And stay tuned, you guys. I will make sure that I share with you guys what I am able to purchase when they come in next month. What I hauled, actually, I'd planned to share with you guys earlier in the month, but it arrived. My package arrived while I was on my cruise. And by then I just had so many other videos to film that I was like, I'll just throw it in with my February wish list. So that is what I did. All right, you guys, I'm starting to ramble, which means that it is time to end this video. Again, hit thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new and you like candle content. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.